Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rexy here. And today, we're continuing on with the fan-made hero designs. For today, I have a hero design by a very special person. And we have Gnolladge the Gargantuar, which is a fan-made hero design for Kingdom Rush Origins. And it was created by none other than Polyx the Wise. And if I'm not mistaken, this is his first ever fan-made hero designs that he's ever done. So it's quite an honor for me to review it. And yeah, let's see what the Wise Roach was able to create. I'm expecting some pretty unique stuff up in here. So, let's read. We have a little bit of a description here, so you know what? Because I'm a really good friends with him, I'm actually gonna read through the lore. I usually don't read the lore or the backstory of the fan-made champions that I review anymore, but for him, I'm just gonna do it, because, you know, he is a pretty special person for me. So, description. Gnolladge the Gargantuar, the only son of Braum the Beheader, now leads the remaining tribes of Gnos that once served under his father's command. Following the defeat of Braum's throne, he had swiftly taken over what little was left of his father's once Gargantuar-sized army of over several thousand troops. Gnolladge is no ordinary brutish no warrior. For someone his size, he demonstrates an uncanny understanding in the art of Bloodsidian magic, allowing him to take the form of many of his own soldiers, depending on the threat he faces. He can become a Reaver, a Burner, a Gnoller, a Blighter, or even a Blood Gnoll, each form providing a special gimmick that increases his abilities. These transformations occur as Gnolladge levels up. The higher his level, the more powerful or different his form is. Alright, I like that. So we're dealing with quite a unique hero design, so let's read through it. It's not a very long one, as you can see it's only 3 pages, but still, this is the first hero design that he's ever made, so I'm not gonna judge him for it. Let's see, at level 6, what is his form? A Gnoll Reaver. In his base form, Gnolladge is not very powerful or fast, but he can still help to hold back strong enemies, with a damage cap of 75. This essentially means that no enemy can deal more than 75 damage per melee attack to him, so long as he is in this form. So he starts off pretty weak, but on the other hand, he has something like a damage reduction. Basically, I'm not really sure what the correct word is, but basically, if an enemy deals over 75 damage to him, he's gonna take only 75 damage. Let's say someone deals like 95 damage to Gnolladge if he is in the Reaver form. He's only gonna take 75 damage from it, which is pretty nice. Having this even though he's gonna be weak, he's still gonna be able to tank some damage, which is nice. So, at level 7, what his form changes from a Gnoll Reaver into a Gnoll Burner. Gnolladge's main attack switches to a flaming torch, which can be tossed towards enemies from afar, setting them on fire, dealing true damage over time. Gnolladge becomes untargetable from enemies' melee units, but also loses the ability to block enemies in melee combat. Very interesting change. So now instead of being a kind of mech melee unit, he's now turning into a kind of a flying unit. But you know, since he is a no-burner, obviously he doesn't have wings or telepathy, so he cannot fly. So it's like having a flying champion without him flying. Pretty interesting idea. I like that. I like it. So, I'm not sure how much the true damage over time is. I would assume it is kind of alright. Maybe like 20 or 30 true damage over like 3 seconds or something like that. You know, something average. Something average, I would say. So, moving on to his level 8 form. Now he transforms into a Gnoller. In Gnoller form, Gnolladge gains a bonus to damage of up to 50% whenever he is near reinforcements or barrack troops. He also grants allied units their own damage buff up to 25%. Alright, I like that. So now he turns into a support tank, kind of. We haven't seen his statistics yet, but I would assume he is something like a support tank. So he deals 50% more damage when he is near reinforcements or barracks, and he also gives them 25% buffs increased damage. Now, I talked to him on Discord about this hero design, and he haven't added this part yet, but basically, the damage buff that he gives to that he gains and gives to other allied units is over time. So imagine this like gross bastion ability where he builds up damage over time, and that's pretty much what this gimmick is. As long as he is near reinforcements or barracks, he's gonna get up to 50% bonus damage over time, and he's gonna give allied units 25% extra damage over time as well, which is pretty strong. I like that. I really like this idea. Very unique design. Moving on to level 9 form, now he turns to a Gnoll Blighter. Gnolladge becomes immune to any magic damage from enemies, but the price is that his damage is severely decreased overall. I like that. So you lose a lot of damage, but you're immune to magic damage. I can imagine this. I can see it being very funny. Imagine like you have like 10. What were they called? Enchantress. You know the red hooded Twilight wizards that can heal enemies and silent towers. Those guys. Imagine you have 10 of them. This guy's basically gonna be perma-stalling them forever because he's immune to magic damage. That would be hilarious. I can see some funny videos being made just if this guy was in the game just because of the level 9 form alone. Oh, that would be so funny. I like that. You lose a lot of damage, but you become immune to one type of damage. Approved. And now, last but not least, level 10 form. Now he turns to a Blood Gnoll. Gnolladge has become an unstoppable 1v1 fighter, capable of shredding through unarmored foes and moving with frightening speed and strength. Alright, so he basically becomes Giga Chad. Alright, let's see. There we go, now we're up to his statistics. So let's see. At level 6, when he's into his first form, he has 375 HP, 22 to 28 attack damage, slow mobility, 10% armor, and he attacks every 2 seconds and regenerates 25 health per second. So yeah, as you can see at level 1 he is pretty squishy, and he doesn't do much. But on the other hand, he cannot take more than 75 damage, so that's something. It's a little bit of something. Now when he turns into a burner, he has increased health, increased damage, increased mobility, basically double armor, and slightly better attack rate with twice as much regen. I like that. And I like how he has a little bit of armor, because obviously he's gonna get targeted by ranged units, but at least he'll be able to tank just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. You don't want to put him in front of like 5 Twilight Harasses because they're just gonna barrage him to death with their arrows, so yeah. Now when he's into his Gnoller form, he has 525 health, 46 to 60 damage, which is actually a very significant damage increase, medium mobility, 30% armor, 1.5 seconds attack rate, and 75 health per second regen. Alright, so as I predicted, he is kind of a support tank. Even though he only has 30% armor, it's still decent, you know? It's not terrible, but I would say if it was 40% it could have been better, but still, 30% is alright. It's not terrible by any means. Now when he is into his Blighter form, he has 600 health, 27 to 33 damage, so as you can see the damage is pretty bad. I mean, comparing him to his level 6 form, the damage is not too different. However, he has medium mobility, while the first form has slow mobility, pretty much 4 times as much armor, and he also has a much faster attack rate by 1.25 seconds is pretty decent, you know, very good attack rate, and 100 health per second regen. So he's gonna take 6 seconds to regenerate from 0 HP to full. Pretty bug. And now when he's into his Blood Gnoll form, he has these statistics. 675 health, 77 to 95 damage. That's actually quite huge. I like that. Fast mobility, 50% armor, 1 second attack rate, and 125 health regen. Holy crap, yeah. He's pretty much a Giga Chad at level 10. 1v1 fighter, indeed. Now, respawn time. If Gnolladge dies, he is dead until you either fail a level or complete it. Oh, now that's unique. So it's basically a one-time champion. Not sure how to feel about this one. So you get this pretty strong unit, but whenever he dies, you lose him for the rest of the level. That's a little interesting. Maybe that's why he has such a big regen, because if you lose him once, you pretty much can't use him anymore. Pretty unique, I like that. I mean, sure, it could be difficult to use on like the post-game levels, especially if you're doing it on like Tainted Pit or the level with Badge Newman or what was it called, Galadriel's Wall. It could be very difficult to use, but I guess I can see why. Like, I don't know. Like the passive is unique. The respawn time thing is unique. Don't get me wrong, but I have a mixed feelings about it. Let's just leave it at that. So let's see his hero quotes. When he levels up, he says this: "Fear Bloodsidian magic. On micro or long distance move, Gno time to lose. Get it? Like no time to lose. Low. On micro, medium distance, acknowledged. Low. And on micro, on short distance, who's next? Haha. And upon that, Gno, this can't be." Alright, and that's a wrap, pretty much. Yeah, that's the whole document. Pretty short, but also quite explanatory. Alright, so what do I think of this champion? Well, I like it because of its uniqueness. I don't know how to formulate this, but I like it because of the fact that he has a unique transformation. So once he gets to a certain level, once he gets to level 10, he's pretty difficult to kill. But I mean, if that was like Kingdom Rush 1, I could see it being really good. But because of this Kingdom Rush like Origins, where once you level up a champion, he's pretty much at level 10, stuck at level 10, and you can't really reverse the process. So yeah, the problem that I have with this champion, with this design, is that every form until the Blood Node, you see them only for like a few levels. You know, you may really like the Gnolladge form, but once you get to level 9 or level 10, this form is completely gone and you can't use it, which kind of sucks. I don't know, I just find it a little weird. I would say it would have been better if he kept some part of the transform. Like, let's say once he is that like Blood Node form, he has a little bit of everything, you know? Let's say he has the damage reduction, but it's like reduced to like, he can't take more than like 90 damage or so. And let's say for his level 7 form, he still has the ability to have ranged attacks, but he can be targeted by melee units. If we include the Gnolladge form, maybe the damage buff will be like halved in order to be balanced. And for the level 9 form, I guess give him like 50% magic resistance. I don't know, at least that's how I see this champion being a little more viable. I'm not saying that it's a bad champion though. I would say Polyx did a very good job at making quite a outstanding champion, because like I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anything like this before in my hero design review series. So good job on him for making a unique hero design. And also, before we end this video, there's also a pretty cool thing. He's also going to be reviewing one of my hero designs, so I'm not sure if he's gonna be if he posted it by the time that this video comes up, or if he's still working on it. But if he hasn't posted it yet, then keep an eye out, because I've sent him a few hero designs, so I wonder which one he's gonna pick to review. And yeah, guys, well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy. Over and out.